Hey, and welcome to the LaShawn and Renee show.
What up, though?
We back. I'm one of your hosts, Teee Renee.
And I am Nisha LaShawn.
And welcome, everybody. And before we get started, please do not forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share our channel. We love that we see y'all in the comments sometimes. We just want to see y'all in the comments. So please comment. We want to see what y'all thinking about the show.
Yeah, and if you have any topics that you would like to hear discussed, we read the comments.
We do.
So put it on in there.
Please. All right. So today we're going to talk about the state of hip hop. So, what do you think is going on right now? Do you think it's a shift? I think it's a shift.
It's a huge shift that's happening right now. I think we're coming out of the era of not using our brains to leaning more into using our brains. And I like that for us. Hip hop has always been social commentary over a beat.
Yes.
And for a long time, I think we lost that. We've always had multi-genres within hip hop. You had those people who, spoke consciously and political commentary. You had those that just wanted to dance and have a good time. You had those that talked about the street life. You had those that talked about the gang life. You had those that talked about the family. You had those that got with the R&B singers. You had those that like to talk about love making and sex. Like, you always had those who talked about diamonds and flashing their jewelry at the club and popping bottles. Like, you always had a multitude to choose from, whatever mood you were in.
Absolutely.
But I think we almost got into a space to where everybody sounded the same.
Yes.
We did not have those options to go from, the conscious to the bottle poppers to everybody was just doing the same thing for a long time. And
I'll say 50 years.
That somebody had to get beat up. We're going to have to start calling Drake the sacrificial lamb at this point, because it seemed like it was just a few. Mm-hmm. And I'm just talking about mainstream hip hop. I'm not talking about the underground folks because they stayed strong throughout the entire process.
Absolutely.
Shout out to all the underground artists.
Y'all dope. Keep doing what y'all doing.
Yes, y'all don't got to change. I'm speaking specifically about mainstream media, mainstream artists, those who are signed and those who were a part of major productions.
Right.
For a long time, everybody was mumbling under the beat.
Yep.
Doing drugs. And
the drug culture rap. Oh my God.
We went from selling it to using it.
Yeah, they went heavy into, and I think, and I'm going to take blame and put directly on Lil Wayne.
He's the godfather of that.
He ushered that wave of drug user. Because when it was in the 90s, they was selling it. They was moving the weight. And when Wayne came in, he ushered in that drug user.
It was a get money culture prior to.
It was.
It was a get money culture. And it spoke to the times as well, because those 80s and 90s, very early 2000s, that's what it was.
Yeah.
We were in the trenches. Like, people were in the streets like that, hustling to make ends meet.
Yep. And change their circumstances.
Change your circumstances. It reflected our reality of what was going on at that time. Mm-hmm. And then once that kind of subsided and went into, I would say, kind of emo.
Yeah.
Emo, like very emotional, depressed, sad, drab.
But the thing about it is, it was no go-between. It was like almost like we switched lanes and everybody just went right on in. It was like, I was over here fighting and resisting, but everybody else was like, oh, So we don't have to sell dope. We can be the users. No, come get from over there.
Well, this I think happened too, that it was kind of like a gateway process. This made me look cool to have this double cup. You know, when crack was introduced, I think Lunel had talked about it on a podcast before. Some of the old heads will say when crack came out, they thought it was just a regular party drug. They thought it was just something they could do on the weekends and
not affect
their life because it came from coke.
Right.
I just did a line and went about my day.
Right.
And went about my life. I thought I could just party with this drug.
But that baking soda changed it.
Okay. And it changed the chemical makeup, changed in a way to where addiction came in heavy.
Right.
And I think that was the same thing when lean became popularized and mainstream, because the Southerners was doing it anyway.
Yeah, they were.
It was already a thing, but when it got to that mainstream, it was new for a lot of people.
Right.
And they didn't realize how addictive it is.
And then it just escalated from there to Percocets.
Yes.
And Somas.
Yes.
And so then now, from I would say like 2015 to now, it was everybody drug user music.
I feel like the same thing happened. I thought I could party with this, and it turned out to be something way more serious than I expected.
Yeah, because you talk about, listen to like G Herbo talked about this. It was hard for him to get off lean. And it's been a couple of other rappers. I think Moneybagg Yo talked about it too. He said it was hard. It was because
actual withdrawal.
Because lean ain't nothing but synthetic heroin.
Yeah,
that's all it is. And so we've heard multiple rappers say they struggle, even the Percocets. Some of them even took bad Percocets and ended up with health issues. I think Rick Ross, he lost consciousness one time off a bad drug. So it's just like, how did we arrive there?
I'll say this: when you are no longer in a place of external trauma, right? So just think about the 80s and 90s and the state of the world at that time. We were in survival mode. We were focused on getting the necessities, family members may be on drugs or just extreme poverty.
Or coming out of being off drugs.
Because
that was a lot of rehab. Like people had graduated and got off crack.
A lot of us raised ourselves. A lot of us had broken families, just broken homes, just a lot of craziness. Now, when you move out of that and your environment changes, you still have that internal struggle. So now I have like this internal sadness that I can't even put a name to. So it's easy to be drawn to drugs for use.
Okay.
When you still have your mind is not adjusted to your new environment. I think that's what happened with a lot of artists too. They come from some very drastic home lives.
Yes.
When you hear their personal testimonies on how some of them grew up, and then you immediately put them into success, there's no therapeutic transition.
No, it wasn't. And then you put money on top of that trauma, and then you have what is now. Because now it's not so much the struggle of the day-to-day life. You have access to income to help usher that along. And I think that's what a lot of people got caught up on. Yes, you attained the wealth, but you didn't fix the issue. Money was thrown at it. So now it escalated to now, instead of just getting out of that survival mode, you just traded one trauma for the other.
Exactly. You still a hurt human being.
Yeah.
You just got access to money.
Right.
And I think that had a huge impact on hip hop because our hood started to change.
It did.
Gentrification and just opportunities and resources and just more things change in our inner cities to where we were moving in another direction, but that hurt and that pain is still, we got families that we know that's still torn apart over drugs that was taken in the 80s.
We're still dealing with it.
Families are still beefing about that because their mama that wasn't there and now she's sober and you still mad about her not being there in 83.
Yeah. And it's 25.
Just get over it. You know, you can't say get over it, but it's still like, get over it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't get over it, you end up in situations to where you're supplementing those feelings with external validation.
Yeah.
So you don't have a choice but to figure out a way to get over it.
And then I think that contribute to everybody sounding alike.
Yes. I think something happened when the internet came into play and people were going from their bedrooms to the main stage, that immediate success. It got rid of that middleman of artist development.
Oh,
they were picking people right off the block and putting them right on the stage.
Please bring A&Rs back, please, because y'all, please bring them back.
It's almost like they don't want to return on their investments. It's like, I want to make quick money off of this person and then recycle them.
Because it did graduate to how many followers you got on social media. And that graduated real quickly. Like, if you got 1 million plus already without a label, then they know they already got 1 million off top. So now I got this investment. I'm just going to throw money at it and see what happened. But you might sound good on the internet, but if you perform live, you got to backtrack.
Yep.
So I blame the record labels. You didn't get this artist developed into nothing. Yeah, they sound dope. Yeah, I could sound dope rapping in my living room. But if you put me on the stage to perform from an audience of 30,000 and I need to backtrack to perform.
No breath control. Don't barely know how to hold the mic.
Can't remember your words. And you high during the whole performance.
High, drunk. All the above.
So I think the shift was necessary. I mean, everybody probably be mad, but I'm going to give Kendrick Lamar applause. Kenny cleansed the palette last year. When that battle happened with him and Drake, he cleansed the palette. I see y'all comments online. Y'all say y'all can't listen to a Future song, a Young Thug song, a Lil Baby song because it don't sound right.
Yeah, because now, 10 years later, you've matured. And artists have a problem with maturing with their audience. And as much as I don't like Jay-Z, he's a perfect example of somebody who matured with their audience. Nas is a perfect example of somebody who matured with their audience. Kendrick is a perfect example of somebody who matured with their audience. The content of Section 80 and Good Kid, Mad City, when you hear, it's like the tales of an inner city boy.
Right.
And now he's speaking like a grown man who's on the other side of that.
Yes, because you could tell from Damn and Pimp a Butterfly.
Then the therapy years.
He was transitioning. He was transitioning thinking like, well, maybe, okay, we could go. Section 88 and Good Kid, Mad City, he was in them streets.
Yep.
Then we got To Pimp a Butterfly and Damn. He was like, well, maybe, maybe
I do need a booking appointment.
Tripping,
I do need to talk to somebody.
And then we get to Mr. Morale and GNX. He did the therapy on Mr. Morale. He was like, yeah, I am kind of messed up and I do carry stuff and I do hold grudges and I don't fuck with a lot of people. But when he got to GNX, he was like, with me doing the work, I'm going to double down on I don't give a fuck. And I don't mess with a lot of people. But I'm finna have fun, though. I'm not about to let
I did the work, me. But I'm going to still pimp smack you if I need to.
Right. I'm still finna have fun. But I'm just letting you know I don't like you. And I don't like y'all. And if the party got... But I feel like the party, when he made the song, The Party Is Dying... Watch the Party Die. I was cool with that because it needed to die so it could be rebuilt. So it died and being rebuilt at the same time.
Well, I want to say this too. I can't remember what year it came out, but Big Sean had put out a record where he was calling out other artists and basically saying, get your lyrical game up.
Yeah.
And we've had other shout outs like that by J. Cole and other mainstream artists. What do you think it was about Kendrick that people actually listened and responded to. Like the masses actually followed that whistle from him.
I think because Kendrick has showed consistently over the years that he is a person who could be trusted. He showed us his flaws. He never, not one time did he show that he was this perfectly crafted person. So when somebody shows you they're flawed, yes, I mess up just like you. I'm in the hood just like you. I even have corporate people that's cool, but I'm still just like you. It was never like he was holding up a mask of faking who he was. He was always true to his core all the time. And when you have a person like that finally say what everybody's been thinking probably all along in the industry, in the street, or just in general, it holds weight because you know he's not making it up. And I say this all the time. Meek Mill wasn't wrong. He was just the wrong messenger.
And people sometimes in the comments, when we have this conversation on the internet, we see people like, oh, God, act like Kendrick Lamar is some messiah or something. But I don't know. What name can we put towards it? Because to me, in my opinion, I don't think he's some type of messiah either. What do you call the person that says the sky is blue when everybody else said it was red? And he was like, no, it's blue. And then everybody else was like, you know what? We're going to follow him with the blue, even though he just said the fact of the matter.
That's like I said, he never put on a fake facade of who he was as a person. You know, it's one thing when you're relatable, but when you've never been fake about who you are, you know what I'm saying? That holds weight. Like with Jay-Z, he's an asshole. His family and friends have doubled down and said he's an asshole. He's going to joke with you. Memphis Bleak is the infamous one that tells how Jay tell him all the time, you broke, you need to do this, do better and stuff like that. So it's like he said in multiple interviews, Jay is an asshole. He liked the crack joke. His nephew just did an interview where he said they don't go out in public with him because it's too much. But he said when they at the house, he's just Uncle Jay. You know what I'm saying? They can have regular conversations and be normal. So when you're not putting on a fake facade or trying to appease the public and you know, you giving people face value what you are as a person hold more weight. And it's not that people they're messiahs or what. Truth tellers do exist.
That's the word I was looking for. A truth teller.
Yes.
A truth teller. Just saying the facts for what it is.
Yeah.
Y'all know good and well this man has been and we talking about Drake at this point, has been pushed by the machine.
Yes.
You know that. You know this person, every time they come out with new music, they pick a region that they want to bite off of and mimic whatever is a trend at that time.
Yep.
You know this person is not of our culture.
At all.
Which is fine because you have all kind of coworkers that you feel like shouldn't be there, but they there. And they do their job for what it is. But you wouldn't expect that person to drive the company.
No.
You're not going to put them in the position of the CEO. You're not going to put them in the position of the leader of the generation.
Nope.
So in that interview when Mos Def is talking about skews, he's not just being funny about him making mall music. He's literally saying he's corporate. He's a corporate entity and a product that was put on the shelves and we bought it. And it's okay.
Right.
It's okay for that to be your lane, but be self-aware enough to know that you can't be in a conversation with these people who are of the culture.
Yes.
Who have the lyrical talent, who have the social commentary, something to speak on.
And who actually love the culture.
And love the culture. You don't have a connection to us in that way.
And you don't love the culture. You use it for financial gain.
Yes.
And that differentiates between the two. Your love for it is only when when you're able to monetize it. That's it.
I want people to know that the dislike for Drake is not because he's mixed race. We have several mixed race people that's within the culture, and honestly, being mixed race is a very Black thing.
It is.
It's really pretty much our beginning of being here on this land.
Yeah.
We've always had people that's been mixed by choice or by force.
Yeah.
If we really want to be real.
Yeah.
So mixed is Black, and the difference is the cultural impact.
And that's the thing.
The cultural influence.
I need Drake fans to understand. So she like him. And but I'm going to stand true to who I am. I never liked him. Never bopped to his music. I've been struggling through these last 15 years of hip hop with him being active. And I'm just honest because when he came along, I'm like, so we got a light-skinned Ja Rule. Ja Rule hooks and melodies was better than me. Drake is monotone and sucks. And as a choir member myself, baby, you couldn't stand 10 toes to any soprano, alto, or tenor. I know. So I was struggling through these 15 years.
And I wouldn't have never compared him to Ja Rule. He gives me a Vanilla Ice that made it to another level.
Could be. I only say that because he does the singing. Rule did the singing hooks and songs. So that's the only way I could put it to the, because Drake isn't street. He pretends to be, but he's not. Ja Rule actually is from Queens. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't compare the two because Ja Rule is of the culture.
Yeah, he is. But I just said with the singing thing.
And Drake is a visitor, and he has immigration papers.
Yeah, and it's an expiration date on everything, and I think we're almost up. But
you know what? He honestly though, I'm gonna be real. Because like me, a lot of people believe the same thing. Drake puts out bops. When I was in the clubs, when I go to a day party, brunch, whatever, I don't mind hearing a Drake bop. It's not something that I would hear and be like, oh my God, turn it off. I've never reacted that way to his music. Now, would I be at home and say in my own space where I'm curating my own music, I'm going to turn on Drake? No, I'm not. However, I understood what he did. Where you lose me is the disrespect, because at the end of the day, I'm very Black. I'm Black. So when I feel like there is a disrespect to our art, the art that has sustained peace within my generation, and
it comes directly from our ancestors,
and it's an art that basically is a storytelling, oracle stories for us. It just means hip hop means so much for us.
Yes,
and the disrespect just can't be tolerated.
No, and the trivializing of it got to stop, because for Aubrey Graham to stand on a stage in London and say, ain't no American rappers singing
out rapping like UK rappers, I was like, huh? Even the UK rappers was confused.
We don't believe that. And why would you say that? The UK rapper was like, we don't believe that. We never said that. That's him saying that. And it's like, dude, then weeks later, I love how Karma don't miss. A couple weeks later, now they throwing phones and toilet tissue and paper at you on stage, dude. It's like, stop. You gotta stop. And like you said, the lack of self-awareness. It's like, he does not get it, and I blame the people around him, because if them was really your friends, they would tell you stop.
But I think he also surrounds himself with people who either A, don't understand the culture themselves.
They don't.
Or B, they understand the culture, but they're willing to sell themselves for a certain dollar amount and pretend as if they don't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
So if I'm a bootlicker and a butt kisser, and this is how I fund my lifestyle, I would rather ride this out and pretend like I don't know any better.
Yeah, I'm ignorant to it.
Helen Keller, I don't see nothing, hear nothing, just over it. But I hate to see somebody fall from grace who really didn't have to make that fall.
This is my sadistic side. I've been waiting. One of my homeboys, he was like, you do not like him.
I just hate seeing them fall from grace because it's like it didn't have to be. You could have stayed in your lane and it would have been cool. You would have been the bop king of the generation.
I've been waiting.
He would have been like the brunch Chelsea boot king of the. We don't mind hearing Drake over the chicken and waffles. We don't.
I've been waiting because for me, he's always been fake.
Yes.
From the beginning, it's like
I feel that way about somebody who is any visitor to the culture. Like, what is another artist I can point out and be like, okay, he really didn't live that life, but he enjoys the arts of it. It's a few artists that's like that. You really didn't love this. You really not from this, but you have a love for the arts and you enjoy the arts. And they're able to acknowledge, I love the arts. Like I love hip hop and I love the genre, even though I'm not rooted in the lifestyle. I would never put myself on the same level as somebody. This is where self-awareness comes in. As somebody who really about that life.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay in my lane, make my little music, do
and
my
go
little
home.
hits, and go home. I'm not on the internet doing sub tweets, subliminals.
Right. And to play internet games.
Play internet games, be in a corporate office trying to stop somebody else's career.
Because Pusha T spoke on it.
I'm not about to stop features for other people. I'm not about to be submitting letters of complaints to the head execs. All that kind of stuff, manipulating people to be on my team and threaten them with money if they not.
Yep.
Are you my friend? That whole energy of like, be on my team. And if you're not on my team, then
you the op.
You the op. Like,
yeah. But that's the thing that I've been waiting to be revealed about him for so long. Since he got out, I was just like, I didn't think it was going to take 15 years, but here we are. I'm not tripping.
I think Young Money shielded a lot of that stuff too.
It did. But this is the thing. Now that we are here and Kendrick has cleansed our ears, we are listening. I'm glad we're back to listening to words. We both went to the Gen X tour. We know what.
I don't think he cleansed ears, Sasha.
You don't think?
I think he cleansed conscience. I think he cleansed people's conscience because.
So it was both. He did two things. He cleansed ears and consciousness.
Okay.
I can see that.
Because for a long time, people were okay consuming trash.
They were.
They were okay. And then remember, it was times where you would even come up to people like, ask people, why are you listening to this? Oh, yeah, don't nobody want to hear that serious junk all the time. Nobody want to hear, talking serious. Like, they would get irritated if you even mention, like,
I don't want to be taught in my song.
Yes, why are you teaching me in my songs? But we came from the school of, if you wasn't being taught in the song,
right,
this is trash.
Right.
You had to be speaking about something. And even the most gangster of gangster rappers, you were going to get something out of it.
Because Ice Cube and all the NWAs told some of the best stories. DJ Quick made me want to go on Rosecrans back in the 90s to see what was going on. And I knew it was dangerous, but I just wanted to be out there on the stoop to see what they was doing.
And you didn't have somebody like an Uncle Luke.
Right.
With somebody that was conscious and saying what they did wasn't valuable.
No.
And those other people that did something that was more in a conscious lane, they didn't come after Uncle Luke because they knew we got two totally different roles.
Right.
It's no reason for us to cross paths. You in your lane, I'm in my lane.
And the only one beef that Luke had was when Dre did Dre Day, but that was like light tap. And
it wasn't nothing.
It wasn't like nothing real. So I just think that with what happened last year, I agree. It cleansed the consciousness and it cleansed the ear palette of what we consume. I'm glad we're here because now we can consume masterpieces like let God sort them out. I'm happy to see a rap battle between Joey Badass and all of the West Coast because they was getting to it. It was bars. Joey was challenging Kendrick. But we know Kenny on tour. Kenny ain't got time.
You know what else is happening? The party is over.
Yes.
Life is serious right now.
Yes.
The party is over. Like if you're not going on, and I'm not just talking about musically and life in general, if you're not realizing how serious the party is right now,
yes, you're gonna drown.
you're gonna be in for a rude awakening. Tap dancing on the stage with Drake, metaphorically and literally, is what I'm saying. No,
it's not a good look.
It's not a good look. You needed to turn over that new leaf, and the timing was just perfect. The party is over. We serious now.
And I like with Joey and was Daylight and Rayvon. They're both TDE related. You know, I like that. It was like Rayvon and Daylight. I think it was a couple other West Coast rappers. They knew K-Dot was on tour, and they said that when they played him the songs that they was gonna respond back to Joey, he was laughing and like, "Oh, that's dope" or whatever. And Joey, they was going at it. This went on for a week, and it was just great to see bars. Like it was actually thought out raps being said, and I enjoyed that. It was like, and it didn't lead to bloodshed because I grew up with the ultimate one where it was bloodshed, the Biggie and Tupac one. That didn't have to happen, but in that time, you know, it came to pistol. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that the rap beefs of today, because 50 Cent and Ja Rule and them, they had a historical one too. That people got stabbed, shot, and all kind of things. I'm glad that we're in a space it don't have to come to that.
You know what I think it was a pivotal part in de-escalating that? Kanye West and 50 Cent, when they did that album to album, it was competitive.
Yeah.
It was friendly, and it reminded me of like two boxers, like, let's drop and let's see what happened.
Right.
And it wasn't about dissing one another. It was just genuine competition.
Right.
So I think to see that on the main stage of this is genuine competition.
Right.
May the best man win, but we don't have to shoot each other up afterwards.
And that did two things.
Mm-hmm.
That made people, and I hate that it happened, but with that happening, that's why people say, well, Drake sold this amount of records, and that's why he's that, this, and the third, but y'all keep leaving out the part. He's a horrible person. You know what I'm saying? It's like he do business terribly.
Okay.
But y'all leaning so hard on the numbers. Okay, I get it. He got number ones. He got this and that and the third. But when people do songs with him, I don't know how many times I've seen interviews where people say, if Drake do a song with you, he got to own it outright. You don't get no points on that song. If he put a hook on it, it's basically his. I didn't heard too many stories of that. And it didn't even got to go to Quentin Miller because basically he used and abused that man and threw him to the wolves. Mm-hmm. It's just like, it's one of them things, bad business. And bad business is never not punished. It just don't happen right then.
Yeah, it take a while. Somebody had posted on Threads, and I wish I remember the content creator's name, but he made a comment and said, and I hate quoting and I forget the person's name. I'm going to do it anyway this time. Mm-hmm. I did not realize so many people listen to music with their calculator.
I mean, I'm just saying.
He said, wow, people are really out here listening to music with calculators. Yes.
That's very...
When did it go from an art form... Mm-hmm. Focusing on the arts to now we're focused on the metrics. This is a art form.
Right.
We decide what's good or what's not good. The metrics do not decide how good or bad a Picasso is. It's not for a computer to calculate this. This is for the people to decide value, and it's subjective. And it's nothing that the charts can run up and down. No. And we shouldn't allow corporations and people in suits to tell the people the music that was created by the people what's good and what's not good. We the judge of that.
Every time we are the judge. Because look at it. This is my thing. Kendrick couldn't have been effective if it wasn't what the culture was feeling.
Yes.
I say that every time and people get mad. No, because he used Drake. No. If what Kenny said wasn't effective and then touch more people, it wouldn't have flew.
How about other artists who was on the bandwagon right along with him and was like, yeah, we just ain't want to say nothing.
And it was a lot of them.
I think it was a power dynamic too. If I come against this man, I know the label funds his career.
Yep.
And essentially the money they make off of him is funding my career.
Yep.
So how can I go against my coworker
and go against the machine
and go against the machine until you get a real one that say, you know what?
F the machine. I don't care. I'm putting it on the floor and I don't care who feel a way about it. Yeah. And that's exactly what Kendrick did. And you need that sometimes. You
do. You need that rebel.
Every time. And that's why I said if it didn't resonate with the people, it wouldn't have connected like it did from Euphoria. He started off on a slow R&B song.
He said, I'm gonna come in slick.
And then he slid right into going.
What?
You know, so he slid right on into Not Like Us after Euphoria. Yeah, he was. And people say, I hate Meet the Grams. I love Meet the Grams.
Yeah, I like Meet the Grams.
This is me being, y'all could call it mean and hateful, but Meet the Grams was a therapy session. And if you don't like therapy, you gonna hate that song.
To me, that was harder than Not Like Us. Meet the Grams, I was like, God no.
He didn't address your whole family.
Man. He said your bloodline is tainted at that point.
I mean, it was a therapy session. So if you don't like therapy or healing, he dissected them one by one. So people thought it was too dark. Okay.
This is dark times.
It is.
It was the worst of times. It was the best of times.
Right. He needed a therapy section. Now y'all looking at him like he didn't file a lawsuit. He running around with racist people who...
That's how you know he hurt though, because he just scraping like
he doing anything.
And this really was a moment for him to just sit still.
That's all he had to
do some self-reflecting, take some accountability, get some self-awareness, sit down, enjoy your money, and then pop out with a new little bop. Dance a little bit and call it a day. But still, you want to go down in flames. And I really hate that for him because he did not have to go down in flames.
Putting out videos of you running because you seen K-Dot running while he was on tour. Then you putting your fake abs all on the internet and the arms don't match. And then you mad because people are reading you for filth. It's like, you don't have any self-awareness, sir.
And he still don't get it because... money for him trumps everything. He's one of those people that you'll say 1 + 1 = 2, but you ain't got $1 million. So how much money in the bank? Like, kinda. What does that got to do with basic math? Calm down.
We operate out of common sense. You just want to be right. You know what I'm saying? We using common sense. You just want to be right.
And there is a group of people who feel like money trumps everything. And that is his core audience.
Yeah.
Who feel like it doesn't matter if I purchase the abs or actually earned them. It actually does because you still have love handles and your arms don't match. So it kind of does matter, but whatever. In your mind,
absolutely matters.
It don't, but the man was running with the abs and he showed his back. The whole back was just flat. It was just shaking when he was jiggling. And it's like, Drake, no.
But here you got Jay-Z in his mid-50s just got on stage in some overalls and some Timbs and shut it down. Like, come on. What is we doing?
Yeah, this is not necessary, Drake. That's why I'm like, you don't have to do this. You don't have anybody in your circle that's like, you look dumb. Nobody. You just out here with no accountability partners. That's crazy.
It is.
That's crazy.
And then they talking about, oh, pretty girls don't like Kendrick.
Hold on. Listen, we was at the concert. Them girls was ready to get on stage and put him in their back pocket. Kenny was not safe, okay?
He was in danger.
They was ready to put little Kenny in their back pocket and just take him home and squish his cheeks.
And if he had smiled one more time, he was going to come up missing.
He was going to come up missing. So, y'all don't know what women like.
No.
We're not even going to go there. But we definitely don't like fake abs and love.
We don't. And we don't like men who are trash individuals. Like your spirit is trash. I'm not saying that you yourself are trash, but your spirit is trash.
Your spirit is trash.
How you carry yourself is trash. We don't like that.
And to say it on that note, when your spirit is off, we're going to hear it in the art.
Absolutely.
It's going to translate over to the art. And it is what it is. I just can't wait to see what this next era is going to be for hip hop, because to me, Kendrick inspired a new generation to emerge and come to the forefront where we talking about real stuff. I want to go back to reading the lyrics.
Me too.
I want to go back to reading the lyrics. I want to go back to dissecting the metaphors and the double entendres and finding the word. I'm a literary girl. Like I'm a bookie.
Yeah.
A bookworm. So I love when it comes to when we had actual poetry on beats.
Absolutely. Me too.
So I can't wait to see what happens.
I think we starting the quarter off good. Let God sort them off. Started us off on the right foot,
Yes.
Malice and Pusha, they put that down. I said, and y'all 48 and 52.
Looking good too on the press run.
So stressful.
Y'all got y'all own episode though. We ain't gonna get into it.
We ain't gonna bag y'all out to
their own episode. Them brothers was looking good. Okay.
I said that's how you age.
Glistening, drinking water.
That's how you age.
Showing a real brotherhood. That's how you age.
But what do you think is the moral of the story for this whole beef right here?
It's two major takeaways.
Mm-hmm.
This is a battle between manhood and boyhood.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when you're afraid to transition?
Yes.
And you're afraid to do the work and grow? You will be stunted. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter what you've accomplished. It doesn't matter how many women you've had. There's a certain point in adulthood to where you just have to grow.
You have to grow up.
You don't have a choice. You have to grow up. And if you choose not to grow up, you usually go out in flames. This is worse than the Titanic. It's worse than the Titanic. Another takeaway is that humble thyself.
Yes.
Because the very people that you underestimate are usually the ones that will outrun you.
And knock your block off.
Be humble. And it doesn't matter what level of success you get to. The people that you meet on the way up usually be the very ones that take you down.
Absolutely.
When we talk about Kendrick and Drake, when Kendrick first came out, like Drake gave him spots on his tour and all this kind of stuff. So you just never know who's going to be the next big. And you should continue to be humble.
Yep.
And then the last takeaway is that corporations don't run our culture.
No, they don't.
Corporations have never ran our culture. As a matter of fact, corporations watch our culture and then decide what they want to do based upon the trends of us.
Yep.
It's never been the other way around.
They copy everything.
We cannot relinquish our power in that way. And we do not listen to music with calculators. Okay,
I'm going to switch gears just a little bit. Female hip hop. Are we in a good space?
No, we're at the dumpster fire. Trash right now.
Okay. I
don't have nothing to say about these girls.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna go one by one. You don't like Glow? I love Glow.
Okay. So to me, Glow was very cute, and in my mind, she's like the little cousin in my head.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to her music, I can listen to it and say, "Oh, okay, get them, Glow," and then I go on with my life. It's not the kind of music that I'm let God sort them out. I'm replaying it. I'm replaying it. I'm dissecting the lyrics.
Right.
I'm actually consuming the music.
Right.
These girls have not put out anything that has required me to consume it.
Okay.
And that's the issue that I have with female rap at this time. We used to have women that put out content. I'm still going back listening to Latifah.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to reach that far back.
And MC Light.
I'm still reaching back to Missy. Like, I should not have to reach that far back.
I'll go Missy crazy.
I'm just saying, though.
Yeah, and Eve.
Why am I reaching back to Latifah?
And Eve, yeah.
That's a far reach.
Yeah.
This woman is Dana Owens at this point.
She is.
And I just don't understand why
the equalizer.
women... She's the equalizer. We got kids out here who don't even know
that
the bars that she was spitting.
Right.
But why is it that at this point in time, women are not challenging themselves in that way? They are literally just selling sex. And I'm irritated because you can't sell me sex.
Doechii is challenging it, but like they said, I don't want to be taught in my rap. And she's an industry plant. And I'm like...
I don't believe she's an industry plant, but Doechii is not... She's not for me. She's not for me. And I don't want to give her a chance.
And see, for me, so who I listen to, I will listen to her, Rhapsody.
H-E-R?
No. Her as in, I'm talking about Doechii.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wait a minute.
No. Doechii,
okay.
Rhapsody have me. I'll be ready. Like, so when the revolution, when we going, we finna slay them all. Rhapsody have me in my bag. Like, for me, she is like the female version. She got a little bit of Cole, Kendrick, Jay, Nas, all wrapped in a woman.
I hate to be this person. Because we just talked about Drake. I hate to be this person. Okay. How can I say this in the nicest way?
No, say it.
No, because I got mad respect for her.
Okay.
Those ladies of yesterday, they had the lyrical talent and they also had star power. Mm-hmm. What I'm finding now is these girls either have star power and no lyrical talent, or they have the lyrical talent and no star power. And we have yet, because we've gotten rid of an artist development, artists like Rhapsody are not given a chance to develop into a Missy.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure Basement Missy was very different than Misdemeanor.
Right.
Like, but it was the developmental process that gave her that opportunity to reach that level.
Right.
The women who have that lyrical ability, they don't have access to that development. And it's kind of like, I'm bored. I'm going to just go ahead and say it. I'm bored.
See, I'm not. See, Doechii and Rhapsody, like I said, I like Glow. I like Meg. I like Cardi.
Cardi ain't giving you nothing to like, sis.
She gave some singles, but I'm anticipating this album in September. I want to see.
You're an anticipator.
But see, the thing is with Cardi, I enjoy her personality. So when I enjoy your personality as a human, I'm always intrigued by what you're doing. So I get it. She's more on the business side of her career anyway. Music is not her first source of income.
And then see, I'm not somebody that buys into branding like that. So her personality, I could give or take it. But when I listen to the music, it's like, okay, girl, when we gonna do something?
Yeah.
For me, I work the opposite way. If I like your music, then I'll buy into your branding and not the opposite.
Yeah.
So
see, I gotta like you as a... And see, I like Rhapsody as a person. She posted, like, recently she went to Ghana. I thought that was super dope. And like, she broke down how she, met everybody and her experience. And I thought that was super dope.
And see, when did this shift happen? Because you wouldn't have had this opportunity without social media. We didn't know any of this stuff in the yesteryear.
Right.
And I still operate off of that mindset that I try to just like consume the music, and then later on, okay, I'll look into that
the person. Stuff. Yeah. See, for me now, before I have to like you, and that's just where it is for me. Like, I have to like you as a human.
When did you notice that shift to where you like, I have to research this person before I
It's probably been like maybe like 10 years.
Okay.
10 years ago, I've been in that vein where I actually have to like the person. Like, you have to show me you're a good person. Like, Wale is an asshole, but when he slid on that beat by the time and what Tupac did, what's your phone number? I was like, yeah, that's the Wale I like, but he's an asshole. I know he's an asshole, but he slid on that damn beat.
You know, Wale is just sensitive. He be lashing out because he need a hug.
He do, and whenever he want one, it's one available. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying?
Just be needing a hug.
He do. Like, I have to like you as a person. And it's been going on for like probably about 10 years. If I know you're a horrible person deep down, I got nothing. I'm not spending my money with you. Like, people like, oh, I'm going to the Future concert.
Oh, hell.
See? You see what I'm saying?
And as much as I love stick talk, no. You may get a couple strings out of me, but
to
no.
spend some money to go see
giving
him?
You cash out my hand. Oh no, like Miss Pearly, no. No.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
So it's been about 10 years of me doing that. Like, if I know you're a messed up individual, you can't get my funds. It's like, I'm not going.
So I try to be very delicate with that, because the celebrities who choose to utilize social media or be more public with their lives, we can only use what they give us.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some people that are very private, and we can only assume who they actually are within their privacy. So because I can't judge everybody freely, I try to disconnect until I get proof of somebody like a Future. You can't ignore that. You get somebody like a Trey Songz. You can't ignore that.
Tremaine is a fool.
You get somebody like an R. Kelly. You can't ignore that.
No.
Diddy, you can't ignore that.
Yeah.
But if it's not an obvious out there, I'm not researching to see like, oh, who did he cuss out on Instagram the other day? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't get into it. I try to listen to the music with the unbiased perspective as much as possible until I get that actual proof of
confirmation
or whatever.
That you're a terrible person.
Yeah, because it's all subjective. One person may say like Wale is terrible, and in my mind, I'm like, he the emo dude in the room that just need a hug. Like, Wale, calm down. Like, why you tripping today?
Yeah.
Nobody's in here mad at you.
Right.
Okay.
We just want to love you.
But y'all was acting funny when I came in.
No. You just felt like that.
You just felt like that.
Whatever you dealt with before you got here, you brought with you. We're not mad at you. Actually, we want to hug you and love on you.
You want a piece of chicken?
Yeah.
You want some Kool-Aid?
We got some greens back there. You want
me to make you a plate?
Right.
And then we friends again. Right. So he just give me that vibe of somebody like that. But the next person may be like, I can't stand him. He itch.
Yeah.
So I try to be unbiased with that.
Right.
And really focus on the music. But these girls are boring me. And I love Big Glow. Like I said, she give me like the little cousin vibes. And it's like with the little cousin, you do a little TikTok dance and you'll chill with it. But it's like, okay, Glow, I can't be out in these streets with you tonight. Auntie going to bed. That's the vibe I get with her. Like, I'm not coming to that club with y'all. But call me if you need emergency.
I'll drive you home if something happens.
You ain't got to tell your mama. You just call me.
Right.
But if you don't need nothing, Auntie going to bed. And that's it. I ain't got nothing else for it.
But yeah, I like Glow. I like her personality. Again, like these people I'm listing off, like I like their personality.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So that's the only thing. But
yeah, listen here. I need y'all to step y'all lyrical game up, and I need y'all to
as a whole,
ladies, don't let these men outdo y'all now. They actually putting pen to pad.
And they rapping without backtracks. And I hate that it is the older generation that's out rapping.
Y'all done made these 50-year-olds come out of retirement, y'all.
And show y'all how it's done, because they not rapping with the backtracks. It's just breath control and they go to the gym.
So that means cut out the Hennessy and the hookahs. I know how you feel about Onika.
I will not discuss.
And her music, but I will say, when it came to that combination of both lyrical and star power, she's probably like one of our last ones. And I've just been waiting on somebody to come in and take that spot. I really thought Doja Cat was going to come in and do it, but Doja Cat turned out to be bat crazy.
She's more pop. She wants to be more pop.
And for a second, Nicki was in that pop lane too, and she was still rapping. But I really thought Doja was going to be able to manage like that superstardom, and she's just not that girl. She's more low key than that.
Yeah, she don't want the spotlight.
Yeah, she's not into all of that. And
she don't want to be in that industry stuff neither.
No.
She likes being a lone wolf. And I respect that about her too.
I totally respect it. She don't want it. So we still waiting for that girl to come in to be that little Kim or the next Nicki, or we thought Cardi was gonna be that, but it turns out Cardi actually likes the business side more.
Yeah.
And I can't blame her for that either.
Yeah, because as we know, music don't financially put money in your pockets like it used to because of the streaming services. So you have to have like doubled up
multiple streams.
Absolutely.
Really focus on branding. So I'm not mad at Cardi for that either. Yeah. But we still waiting. I mean,
the album dropped in September. I'm optimistic from what I've heard.
These some recycled songs that's never been unreleased from 10 years ago. Mm-hmm.
I'm optimistic. I want to see what she got to say. And she got a lot to pull from. That's my thing. She got a lot to pull from.
Yeah, that crazy ex-husband of hers, she got a lot to pull from. So we'll see.
Yeah, so but like I said, I love Rhapsody. I like Doechii. I love Big Lo, Meg sometimes. And those most of the girlies that I listen to. For real.
Yeah.
Like Lotto cool, but I can't do Lotto all the time. Like
she remind me of Drake.
Yeah, and I think he right for her, but that probably would explain it. I can't do her all the time. Or he coaching her, whatever he doing over there. She over on that side. I think her sister dating him. But anyway, so that's probably what the correlation. But I can't do a lot of her stuff, her music all the time. And,
yeah, she cosplay too.
Yep, and Sweetie, I just be like, my homegirl texted me about 2 weeks ago. She said, who do we got the punch that keep taking her money and letting her record in their studio? I said, I don't know, friend.
She's an example of, once again, the machine not knowing what people want.
Yeah.
And thinking that they'll be able to give her BBL, give her the booze, make her look like this. She got to be light skinned. Have her put the fake nails and fake hair, and boom, they're going to love her. Mm-hmm. You have to realize that only goes so far.
Yeah.
You're not setting them up for success if you not giving that artist development. And I'm sure she could have been something different, but what's she giving, child? I can get at the beauty supply stuff.
Right. And then people like, well, why don't you listen to Sexy Red? Because Sexy Red don't talk about nothing I want to deal with, and neither do none of them other girls that's in her realm.
I'm not about to be listening to no clinic trip. No.
Yeah. God bless her, but she's not for me. And nobody that talk about the stuff she got going through. I don't. I'm
not the demographic. If I can barely take Glow and tell her, call Auntie back when you make it home, then I definitely can't roll with Sexy.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so I stay in my lane as far as what my ears can consume, because I am one of them people. I can't listen to everything.
Yeah.
I know what I need to listen to, and I stay there.
If my spirit is disturbed, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm happy about where we at right now, and I'm excited.
I'm excited to see where we gonna go.
I would give it a good, because Kenny is carrying it on his back. So I'm for him. He's taking at least 7.5 points for the industry right now.
He has. And he's
out of 10.
And he taking some hits too. Yeah. Like y'all doubted my boy. And I don't understand. That's what I didn't understand. Why did people doubt Kenny?
I don't know. It's an underdog thing. Okay. And once again, if you're not the flashiest person in the room, sometimes people just underestimate. But them underdogs really don't be under.
No. They really be the snipers in the situation.
They be the snipers. Leave the quiet person in the room alone, okay?
But I'm excited. I can't wait till the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter is starting now. So I'm waiting. Or they could say the fourth quarter starts in September or October.
Yeah, we definitely need to do a Cardi review of her album.
Yeah. I'm excited to hear where it's going to go. And I need the guys to come on.
Step your game up.
You need that pen.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We would love to hear your feedback. Who's your favorite artist right now? We want to know, like, what's popping for you right now? Can you handle Sexy Red or Glow, or you in the bed like me? Let us know. Thank you, guys.
See you next time.